Time now for Volcano.
So the Volcano today is directed at the management of Richmond's injury. So their high-performance team, their coaching staff, and rushing back of Sam Lalor into this game against Geelong. Now, he missed 4 games with a hamstring injury, and he lasted a minute in this game. And they've brought him back in a game where Richmond were always going to struggle to generate any level of forward opportunities for that man playing forward in his first season after 4 weeks off after another soft tissue injury. He had a lot in his draft year, and he's had one this year, and they've rushed him back in. They had 45 entries. What performance did they think they were going to get from a young player? Why not just be ultra conservative with him and go, you know, he might be right after 4 weeks with a hammy, but let's give him another one. He is the most valuable commodity that we've got. He is the most exciting young player with Sam Darcy in the game right now. He's a freak. But he's got a hammy, and they rush him back after 4 weeks against Geelong, down in Geelong. They're going to play him forward, and he lasts a minute into that game. So you'd have to question the management, high performance-wise and medically, of that young player in their team. And it's not the first time this has happened this year. We saw it with McKelty Lafau when he came back for his first game after an ACL injury. He rips his calf. Like, he doesn't last until halftime of a game. So he's gone with a soft tissue injury. And the soft tissue injuries have banked up at Richmond for a fair amount of time. So we've spoken a lot about Essendon's injury woes this year and the review that's going to go into them at the off-season and all the factors that may go into why they're having so many soft tissue injuries. Richmond isn't much better, and I just think it's some concern when you look at their injury list throughout the year and the amount of players that have had soft tissue injury, some of them recurrent. I just thought it was such a risk to rush him back, and he can only last a minute. And how serious did that look? And I don't think we'll see him for the rest of the year.
It was such a shame, wasn't it? Because I think if you're a Richmond fan, really the only reason to tune into that match at GMHBA was to see the number 1 pick in Sam Lalor return. And when you look at his name stacked up against all those Tigers soft tissue injuries, there should be some question marks. I agree with you. But if we look at this in isolation, the Sam Lalor injury, I feel like Richmond did take a conservative approach. In fact, their coach Adam Muse said that he could have played the week prior, but they held him off. So is this just a case of bad luck? I mean, injuries are part and parcel of footy, Kane.
Oh, well, I would question lasting a minute in a game of footy. Like that's not fatigue late in the last quarter and your hamstring's gone again. He hasn't lasted a minute. So I don't know. If it was me, what was the gain out of playing him down in Geelong when you're probably going to get 40 opportunities with your inside 50s for him to have an influence anyway? I just think it was the wrong game to bring him back. And if he's ready a week ago, well, I would have given him another one and another one. Wins don't matter for Richmond right now. What matters is looking after their best and brightest young player. And I just thought it was a risk that has seriously backfired on that footy club.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.